Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name's Benson. What's yours? So I tried fermenting a little while back. I'm gonna try it again. The trick that I got this time was I bought this thing online. We're gonna test it out. It's called the Easy Fermenter. It's a lid. Looks like this, and it's meant for wide mouth mason jars. It's not the only thing I bought. I also bought some glass weights, so I don't have to worry about the bags anymore. But basically, you make your fermentation mix, put it in here. This guy goes on, and there's even a pump to pull out the extra oxygen. And then you can set, like the day of the month that you put it in there. So pretty neat. I've got my jar sterilized. I got to get a couple more because I'm definitely gonna have way more than I need. And then we're gonna try and make some kimchi. So I just bought this coleslaw mix because it's cabbage, it's pre-cut, less work I have to do. And I'm gonna cut up 2 medium onions to go in it. I've already got some garlic. I just crushed the garlic. I don't need it to be chopped up or anything like that. It'll pull the flavor as it ferments in there. There are 6 cloves in here. 2 medium onions. I'm gonna get this cut up, and then it's gonna go into, it's gonna be 2 pounds worth of coleslaw. And then once it's in the bowl, we're gonna add some hot chili flakes, like a chili paste to it, and some salt. It's gonna end up being about 4 tablespoons of salt. I'm gonna get it all into the bowl, and it's gonna sit for 30 minutes to let the salt and the chili flakes break everything down, kind of build a brine and stuff. And then as we pack into the jar, we'll pack it down so it builds more of a brine. So let me get the onions cut up into the bowl, and I'll bring you back. Realized now that that bowl was too small, and I went to a longer bowl, but the bowl was shorter, so you didn't really see a whole lot, and I didn't realize until after my hands are already in it. But so basically you want to massage the salt and the peppers into the cabbage, make sure it gets all over everything. If you notice, as I picked up and squished it a little bit and kind of rubbed it into it. So we're just going to taste it now before it goes and sits. This is just basically coleslaw with a lot of salt and some red pepper flakes. Yep, super salty. Woo! Holy cow, that's salty. I'd eat that like that, y'all. That's a good... It's spicy, too. Not bad. This has to sit for about 30 minutes. I'm going to cover it, and I'll bring you back, and we'll pack some into a jar. Alright, so it's been 30 minutes, and if you look, you can see this stuff looks really wet. You can see there's a lot of liquid on the bottom. I mean, not a lot, but as you press this down in this jar, I'm going to show you here in a second, we'll see some more of this liquid kind of squirt out, and if need to, we'll make a salt brine to cover it. So let's get it in a jar. All right, so get some in there, and we're gonna take our glass weight, just put some pressure on it. See how it's creating that juice? That's our brine. We want that brine to be above our cabbage. So if you notice, all of our cabbage is submerged, but we still got plenty of room, so we're gonna pack some more in here. Too much in there. They actually make a packing tool that I didn't buy because I didn't think I would need it. Probably should have bought it. You can use your fingers to pack it as well. Alright, so that's in there. I don't want it to go too full, so our glass weight cleaned as much as possible. We're gonna shove it down on there. So see, our glass weight's holding everything under this beautiful brine that we've created. Then we're gonna set our day. Today is the 28th. All right, so it looks like where this glass weight is sitting right now, it's not gonna fit on here. So I've got to see if I can either tighten it down, either pack this down a little bit more. It doesn't look like it's moving, so I'm gonna pull a little bit out. See if that won't pack down. I want to make sure there's nothing above my weight. That's my biggest thing. So, okay. Looks like it should fit now. Crank that on there. Give the outside a cleaning. And this thing right here goes over top of this hole that's in the center here. It's down snug. And then you just, and that should pull the air out of the container. That's it. I'm gonna find some more jars and pack some more. We'll see how many I get. All right, I ended up with 2 small jars and a big jar. Now keep in mind the weights and the lids don't fit the big jars properly, and it's only about half of this big jar, so another small jar and I could have had, I just didn't have another jar like this. The glass weights that I bought, one of them I had to flip upside down and set on top, which is cool because the lid would close, but it's because the weight wouldn't sink past a certain area. And I actually think it's this one right here. So they're the same company as far as the jars go, but this glass weight would only go so far. Otherwise, I'd have had to push it. It's almost like either the weight isn't perfectly round or the jar maybe has like a flaw in it. So it could be the weights, it could be the jar itself. But I've got 3 things of kimchi. The weight I used in this big jar here, I took a baggie and put it inside there, filled it full of water and shoved it down and then air tighted it. So you can kind of see the baggie that's in there. But I'm gonna let these go for at least 10 days and then we'll check on them and see if anything molds or anything, and then we'll go from there. So it's our next chance to try fermenting. This time we're making kimchi. I love kimchi, so bless you, Ellie. We'll see how it turns out.